the effort, John, certainly from start to finish, obviously outclassed by a very good side.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that it's mixed emotions really, a bit of frustration because I know we can play better, but by the same token I'm really pleased with the attitude of the players and the doggedness and battling away right to the very end, and I just that makes me proud. Just a bit frustrated. I think we can play a little bit better than that.
How much did the James Lockwood yellow card have an impact on the team?
I think probably the errors that we came up with. I think at one stage we were at 41% set completion, whilst Leeds were up in the high 80s, and I think that had knocked us around a little bit more than what the Lockwood sin binning did. I think that when you complete at a rate like that, you're going to struggle energy-wise going into those last 15-20 minutes, but that's where we came to the fore and kept battling away, and we threw some stuff at them right at the very end, but it was probably a reaction to some opportunities that came our way where really we should have built pressure earlier in the game and give ourselves a foothold in the game, and the start wasn't great. Being 12 down after 8 minutes wasn't good, and I think that made it tough for us, but the boys tried really hard. I thought defensively we worked well, even though the scoreline blew out in the end. I thought we put ourselves under far too much pressure with our completion rate and penalties as well.
In terms of the last kick options as well, there was you could see quite a big difference between the Leeds last kick options and Featherstone's.
Yeah, lessons to learn. Certainly, the fact that Leeds were patient, they kicked out the sets, and they kicked extremely well on last plays. We thought we were a little bit erratic at times. We had a kicking plan that we worked hard on all week, and it didn't resemble what we've been practicing, which I think that's part and parcel of the occasion, part and parcel of coming up against a good team that are putting you under the pump, and I think that's where we let ourselves down a little bit. I thought we didn't kick as well as we should have done, and didn't make them work as hard as what we should have and what we tried to do today. So, there's disappointment in there, but there's also some pride.
How much can Featherstone Rovers learn against Super League opponents in a game like this?
It's absolutely invaluable. It really is. I thought the middle eights last year was good for us, and I think that's had a good influence on how we've played this year. Being in the top four all years certainly been probably a byproduct of having those middle eight games against some Super League teams, some really good Super League teams. I think that's helped us, and I think today it'll also help, because I harp on about completing and being patient and building pressure and kicking well, and if you don't buy into that, well, take the videotape away and have a look and see how effective it can be when Leeds played like they did play.
Did it feel harsh having a try denied at the end?
Oh, dead set try, yeah.
You called it as a try.
Yeah, the referee gave it a try, and I thought the video referee took as many opportunities as he did to have a look at it, and but I'm not going to have a crack at the match officials. It's a really tough job. You
were 18-0 down after 15 minutes, but then you must be pleased with the way the team rallied in that first half to come within only a couple of minutes of going in at half time.
If I would have liked to have gone in at half time 18-0 down, I thought if that had been the case, then I'd have been happy with that. I thought that would have been a good reflection and a good outcome for us because of the field position and the opportunities that Leeds had. I think a late score knocked us around a little bit, but second half we got into the game and tried to complete as best we could, and we defended up manfully, but just the sheer weight of possession against us and the penalties and the execution of Leeds, I thought just took its toll in the end.
Talking of taking its toll, where does it leave you sort of mentally and physically ahead of Wednesday and Sunday big games?
I think this has been for us, it's been a really good journey and a really good opportunity to come here and experience I suppose the cutting end and the very top of Super League, and I think that'll do us good. I think the emotion of playing here will carry us through to Wednesday. I always remember coaching a fella called Mick DeVere at Huddersfield years ago, and Mick used to play in an Origin game, and I always asked Mick, how did you manage playing an Origin game on a Wednesday and playing for your club team on a Sunday? And he said just the emotion of it got you through, and the adrenaline of it, and I anticipate the guys look fresh in there. They're disappointed obviously, but the fellas look like they're ready to go. We've put a line under this. We've been asked by the RFL to play Swinton on Wednesday, and then we travelled out to London on the Sunday. So we're going to embrace that. We're going to look forward to that. It's an opportunity for us to get back out on the field and practice and improve and get ready for Swinton, who I'm sure are going to fancy their chances.
Hold on. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
No one has ever compared Swinton to State